The Girl Who Can. By Ama Ata Aidu. They say she was born in Hasodzi, very big village in the central region of Ghana. People also say that when the rest of Africa is not suffering from drought, Hasodzi lies in a rich, fertile lowland. The soil there is good. Maybe that is why, whenever she doesn't finish her food, her grandmother says, "You, Adjoa, you don't know what life is about, you don't know the problems in this life." But as far as Adjoa could see, there was only one problem. And it had nothing to do with what Nana called problems, or what her mother, Mami, thought was the problem. Mami was her mother. Nana was her mother's mother. And they said Adjoa was 7 years old. At 7, Adjoa had thoughts in her head. Big thoughts. But she didn't always have the right words to say them out loud. And that, she believed, was a very serious problem. Because she was always forced to choose. Stay quiet and say nothing. Or speak up and risk being laughed at. And even when she decided to take the risk and say something serious, it was not easy to make anyone listen. Take Nana, for example. First, Adjoa had to struggle to get her attention. Then she would carefully explain something she had taken a long time to think about. And do you know what always happened? Nana would stop whatever she was doing. She would stare at Adjoa with her mouth open for a long time. Then she would bend her head sideways, bring one ear close, and say in that voice, "Adjoa, you say what?" After Adjoa repeated herself, one of two things would happen. Either Nana would say, very firmly, "Never, never, but never repeat that." Or she would burst into laughter. She would laugh and laugh until tears ran down her cheeks. She would wipe her face with the edge of her cloth and keep laughing until she was tired. And then, when another old woman came by, Nana would repeat what Adjoa had said, just to make sure she didn't forget it. And soon there would be 2 old women laughing. Sometimes 3. Sometimes 4. All laughing and crying over something Adjoa had said. And no one ever explained to her why some things must never be repeated, while other things were repeated again and again for everyone's enjoyment. How could that encourage her to speak her thoughts? Now, there was this whole matter about her legs. Adjoa had always wanted to tell them not to worry. She didn't want Nana and her mother to fight over her legs. After all, they were her legs. Looking back, it seemed that Nana and Mami had been discussing her legs since the day she was born. When she first came into the noisy world from the land of soft, sweet silence, the first topic she met was her legs. And that discussion happened often. Nana would say, "Ah, Kaya, I thank God your child is a girl. But I am not sure about her legs, And she would shake her head. Mami would reply, "Mother, why are you always complaining about Adjoa's legs? If you ask me, they are too thin," Nana would interrupt. "And I am not asking you." Nana had many voices. One special voice could silence everyone. Mami would try again, quietly, "Some people have no legs at all." "But Adjoa has legs," Nana insisted. "They are just too thin. And too long for a woman." Then Nana would explain. Sometimes nature makes mistakes. Sometimes child is born without arms or legs. That is sad, and not something to talk about every day. But, Nana would say, if a girl is born with legs, then they must be proper legs. What kind of legs? Mami would ask, and Adjoa could hear the quiet crying inside her voice. Nana would answer, "If a woman comes into this world with 2 legs, they should have meat on them. Good calves. Strong legs support solid hips. And a woman must have solid hips to bear children." "Oh, mother," Mami would whisper. And the discussion would end. Sometimes Nana would add something about Adjoa's father under her breath, saying that after her daughter chose to marry such man, she should be grateful that the biggest problem was only a granddaughter with long, thin legs. Nana probably thought Adjoa did not hear. But she always did. Adjoa began to wonder about these proper legs. She wanted to see for herself what the legs of women who had children looked like. But in her village, older women always wore long wraparound cloths. She rarely saw any grown women's legs, except her mother's and Nana's. And of course, the legs of other little girls like her. All her friends' legs looked normal to her. But whether they had meat on them, she didn't know. There was also the matter of school. The school was 5 kilometers away. The older children complained about the long walk. But Adjoa liked school. Nana thought school was a waste of time. Mommy disagreed. Mommy said she felt locked in darkness because she never went to school. She wanted her daughter to learn to read and write her name, maybe even do some calculations. Adjoa could always marry later. Nana would laugh and say, with legs like hers, she might as well go to school. Adjoa was fast. She ran races at school and always won. But she never thought it was something important enough to talk about at home. Until one day, her teachers chose her to run in the district games. When she told Nana and Mami, they did not believe her. Nana went herself to confirm the news. And it was true. Adjoa was one of the school's runners. Since then, Nana had been staring at Adjoa's legs differently. She washed her school uniform herself that week. She borrowed a charcoal iron and pressed it again and again until it shone. At the sports parade, Adjoa's uniform sparkled in the sunlight. Nana saw it. And she came to town every afternoon that week, walking behind the school children in her stiff, starched old clothes. Adjoa won every race she ran. She even won the cup for the best all-round junior athlete. And Nana did something no one expected. She carried the shining cup on her back, like a baby. When they reached home, she showed it to Mami before returning it to the headmaster. And now? Nana was sitting with Adjoa on her lap, crying softly, muttering. Thin legs can also be useful, even if they don't have much meat, they can run, thin legs can run, and then who knows? Adjoa didn't understand everything about such matters. But she had always felt that legs should be able to do more than just support hips for having babies. She had been afraid to say that out loud. Because someone might have told her never to repeat such words. Or they might have laughed until they cried. It was better this way. She had shown them. Without planning it. And that's a wrap, folks. Hope English felt a little less boring and a lot more fun today, just how we do it here at Gyan Guru. If you learned something new or just enjoyed the vibes, don't forget to like, share, and of course, subscribe for more cool lessons and animated stories. Till next time, stay curious and stay awesome.